What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? What's going on? Everybody that's um decided to tune in, everybody that decided to pull up just a minute, just a hair or two late, you know, up to my Sunday, routine doing the laundry. My sweetie getting ready to go pick up Junior from they review film on Sundays. The adventures don't stop, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all see Spidey hanging out back here in the background. What's up, Spidey? Hey, if this your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, I'd like to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in, I still want to say welcome and thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind. Who know where that come from? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind. You don't have to pull up with me every day of the week. You don't have to pull up with me on Sunday while everybody chilling, trying to get ready for the next week. But you do, and I appreciate it. And all I need is one. I just need one person to show up, and I'm gonna run my mouth. If you don't know why I do what I do, if you don't know who I am, this your first time pulling up, you watching the replay, or you pulling up on the live. My name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. Shout out Cool It, aka Black Spider, aka the Black Spider. And this is Tim's Tidbits, man. What we doing today? We talking about what is today? Today is Sunday. So I decided to call Sundays weekend chart prep. That's what we call it Sundays, man. Sundays is weekend chart prep, and where we take a deep dive inside the mind of Lil Timmy Rogers, the voice that lives inside my head. You hear me? And that's what we do. That's what we gonna call Sundays, man. If this is your first time pulling up with us, man, all thing we do is we get on Al Gore's internet every single day and we talk about the price action. I started doing Tim's Tidbit just to share everything that was in my Chrome Dome that I knew about trading, investing, stock market, economic, anything dealing with the stock market or trading or investing. I was sharing it for free with my friends and family. Then I said, aha, let me share it for free with everybody on Al Gore's internet, because I have paid for courses. I have learned free stuff, and I've learned that everything that I needed to be successful as an investor or a trader, I had learned for absolutely free already on Al Gore's internet. Only thing that the paid courses did for me, it just put everything in a structure, and it confirmed everything that I had already known or knew. Would it be I have had already known? If I say had, I gotta say known. Yes. So everything I had already known, it just kind of confirmed it. So I don't want you to do the same thing. I don't want you to pay for something just to get your confirmation. So pull up here on youtube.com/the new TLR and check out Tim's Tidbits every day and get your confirmation, man. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. If anybody want to pull up and ask a question, feel free to pull up, ask the question. Matter of fact, let me go and pin the link to the top of the chat. Then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Let me share my screen. Speaking of get into it, let me go to the U of the tubes and did they put another one up? But Country Wayne been pumping them out, man. He been pumping them out. I be up on that Country Wayne. Who be watching Country Wayne? Your channel, live video.
Here's how your music sounds.
Let me like. Hey, y'all get to hit them likes for me, man. I see more numbers than I see likes. I just hit one myself. Y'all hit them likes for me, man. That's the only way we're gonna get the word out to other cousins, because I ain't on no other social media. So I don't be out here promoting this. Mute that. Okay, so now the link is pinned to the top of the chat right there. That's the link. If you want to pull up and ask a question, if you want to pull up and share something, Coolidge got it. I see Coolidge said Jay-Z. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind. I see Coolidge said Jay-Z. Let me see who in the chat, man. I ain't even shout out my folk in the chat. Who in the chat? Who in the chat? Why did I move that over there? Then move that back. We need that. Who in the chat, man? Let me see who in the chat. We got here to learn to share, of course. Hello, how are you? We got Cool It now. Ooh, watch out. We got Cool It in here. Michelle Tucker. We got Michelle Tucker in the house. Laverne. What's going on, Laverne? Laverne Armstrong. What's up, Laverne? We got Dominique Cole in the house. We got Dominique in the house. Sonia. Happy Sonia. I mean, happy Sunday. What's up? We got Hatter in the building. Shh, it's a hater around. Shh, haters. Speaking of haters, Cooley got the what's the name? Jay-Z. I see more numbers than I see names, but that's the only people who put something in the chat. So that's all we're gonna shout out. Yeah, man. Let's move right into it, man. Hey, this is, like I said, this is the weekend chart prep for October 16th, 2022. Yeah. This is where we, like I said, we go for a deep dive into the mind of Lil Timmy Rogers when it comes to the price action. Speaking of the price action, by a show of hands, I really can't see your hands, so you don't have to raise it. By a show of hands, who got the screenshots of the daily and the 4-hour chart that I sent out on the Spider Gang group chat on Instagram? By a show of hands. Again, I can't see your hand, so you ain't got to raise it for real. Michelle Tucker, put your hand down. I can't see your hand for real. Hey, if you got the what's the name? If you got the, let me go back to the video. If you got the look at that raising hand. If you got the thing and you want to pull up and share your thoughts on it, click on the link right there for me. Do me a favor, click on the link. We can make this interactive. If anybody who got the screenshots that I sent out and you want to pull up and share anything that you may have gleaned from what I hey, that looks so weird. I can see my, like, I'm moving and it's like I'm way behind. Let me see how far behind it is. All right, let me see how far behind it is. It's about it's about 10 or 15 seconds behind. It looks so weird. Anyway, if you got the screenshots, right, and you would like to pull up on the stage and share anything that you may have been watching different from what I put on there. Like, I didn't put a bias in there. I just put where we are now in the PD arrays that I'm watching, right? I didn't even put in the discount in the premium market. I just put in the PD arrays that I'm watching, you know what I'm saying, just to maybe help somebody, you know what I'm saying, along the way of like, okay, I missed that. But I didn't put in like every PD array that was there, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? I think it might have been an order block or a breaker or something I didn't mark. I can't remember, but if you got the screenshots and you want to pull up and share what you gleaned from it, if you want to share something that I didn't put on there that you find important, you want to share. If you got a question about why I put something on there, do me a favor, click the link. That's it, pinned at the top right here. That little, I don't know if it's blue on your side, but on my side it's pinned in blue with my name next to it. Click on that, pull up on the stage, and share your thoughts. Don't be bashful. Somebody click the freaking link. I keep moving that out the way. I need this over here. Somebody click the link, if you will. While I'm waiting on somebody to click the link, let's go to econoday.com. Anybody who don't know about econoday.com is my website of choice. Before I get into that, how does my audio sound? Do I sound, you know what I'm saying? Am I at a good level? Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. How do I sound? How does my audio sound? If anybody that don't know about econoday.com is my site of choice for getting economic data. You can it's another great site also called forexfactory.com. Forex, Forex, just like Forex that you trade, factory, all one word, forexfactory.com. And it shows the same thing. It shows the same information. The only difference is on Forex Factory, for me anyway, you got to go in and select the range you want to see. Every time I've gone there, I've been able to go like a month in advance. But if you want to look at it at a week at a time, it's in one singular column, and well, not one singular column, but it's laid out in column format. The days are laid out in column format, right? As you see from Sunday to Friday right here. And then you can also select other currencies. Like if you hit select all, it'll show you everything for all the currencies. I don't trade Forex, so I only want to look at the US dollar. That's how I keep mine filtered out. But my site of choice is econoday.com. You click on view full calendar and it gives it to you 1 week in a row. It's like laid out in a row, and I can look at it. It makes sense in my mind because that's how calendars are laid out in row format: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It makes sense in my mind. So Monday, we don't have a whole lot going on. Tuesday, we got industrial production numbers and housing market index. You know what I'm saying? The red dots mean it's potentially volatile. The green dots mean it may be the black dots. If it's got a black dot, they don't expect it to do nothing, right? As far as moving the market. That's how it is on Econo Day. Forex Factory is red, yellow, and orange. Yellow folders, they don't expect it to do nothing. Orange folders, it may be. And red, they expect it to be volatile for the market. So we got jobless numbers. We get that every week. Philadelphia Fed manufacturing numbers. We got some potentially moving stuff, but like this week may trade pretty technical because we don't have no heavy hitters like CPI, PPI, stuff like that. We ain't got the heavy hitters. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? We got these industrial production numbers. We got these jobless numbers every week. We got Fed manufacturing, Philadelphia Fed manufacturing index numbers, existing home sales. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff revolves around inflation. We in the inflation period, all of that. So this week should trade pretty technically because we don't have anything that's gonna like make us do what we did last Thursday when we got them CPI numbers where we range between like a million points up and down in one day, right? But you know, we always know I'm an algo conspiracies, and I already feel like the algos just use the news to push the market where it want to go. We getting into earnings season. I think the banks start last Friday? When did the bank start? Do the bank start this week or last week? Like the banks really kind of like kick off earnings season officially. You have some other stuff before the banks, and then like tech and retail kind of bring it home, and it be like a little bit of stuff after that. But like after retail go like in the end, I think it's retail, it's like tech and then some retail stuff. I think after they go, it's like earnings season over, but it's still like a few things, like just like when it starts, it'd be like a few things going on, but don't nobody care until the bank start reporting. That's when earnings season officially starts. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get through all the big tech, and then I think after you get through like retail in the end, then it'd be like a few other stragglers, but people be like, I don't care. Matter of fact, let's go and look it up. Earnings Whisper. Let's go to Earnings Whisper and see if we can look at a calendar real quick. Okay, Earnings Whisper. Let me see. So, can we go back? No, we can't go. It won't let us go back. Bank of America. So the bank's starting. Okay, so the banks. So we got the banks tomorrow. We got some bank. We got Bank of America tomorrow. We got Charles Schwab tomorrow. You know, we got some bank stars. So the banks kind of like officially start earnings season. Everybody, oh, we in earnings season now. How do you put it on more than just can I look at just like the whole week, or do I got to go like day by day? Do I got to look at the whole? I got to look at it day by day. Okay, I really don't feel like looking at this day by day. I wish I could look at like just you. How do you? I know some sites give me like a list where I could just look at it. Earnings Whisper, it just giving me this freaking like, you know what I'm saying? I look at this right here when I'm looking at it day by day, but I ain't never tried to look at it. List view. Okay. List view. Can I just get It ain't gonna give it to me, man. If somebody know a site where I can just look at a calendar, somebody know of a site where I can just look at a if I could just look at a cap, somebody say we got Tesla earnings next week, OPEX, OPEX. What? Oh yeah, we got OPEX this week, the 21st. What's up? My mom in the house. Hey there, mama. How you doing, baby? It gives a picture on IG and Twitter, a week at a glance. You know, the ones where like I've seen them. I don't know what sites it be. Let me see. I'm just gonna do a Google search. Earnings calendar. I spelled that wrong. Earnings calendar. Let's do 2022. Yahoo Finance. You know, they be having like the whole thing. They have like a calendar of all the. Oh man, forget it, man. I'm getting frustrated now. I don't care about earnings for real. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't care about earnings for real. I just be wanting a picture. I be wanting to pick how I be seeing people be having like pictures and it be like all the low. Get off my screen, Ernest. Get out of here. Get out of here. All of that. Man, let's go over here and see what's going on with our friend. You know, y'all know who it is. Sing it with me. Spot Lee, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you got through. This is the screenshot I was talking about right here that I sent out. For anybody who didn't get it on IG, this is the range top. This is the range bottom that I was looking at, right? The reason why I was looking at that range. Matter of fact, let's do this. Is anybody gonna pull up what it say? It gives a picture on IG and Twitter, Wick at a glance. Ernest Whisper on Twitter, and yes, the bank started Friday. Appreciate that. G Trades. I was saying Ernest Whisper gives a week at a glance on Twitter. Yeah, on Twitter, it give a week glance. Do it got like that little picture? Do it's got the little picture that I was talking about? Do I even follow Ernest Whisper on Twitter? I don't know. Be on. I think I follow Ernest Whisper. I don't be on Twitter. God dog it. Come here. No, I don't follow them. Let me follow them. Follow. This thing. It be looking like this. That little thing. It be looking like this right here. This is the thing I'm talking about. This is it. Thank you. Here to learn and share. You are great. This is the thing I was talking. See, this works for me. This works. I'm a visual person. Now I can look. I can say, oh, I see Ally. Oh, I see just stuff pop. I see Truist. Oh, I see JB Hunt. I see Netflix. I see Tesla. I see IBM. It's like stuff just pop out. Pow, 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 pow. It just pop out. You know what I'm saying? On the other one, I'm clicking, trying to read, clicking, trying. I'm very visual. I need to like when I go to the restaurant, by show of hands, when y'all go to the restaurant, do y'all really read the menu or do you be looking for pictures for what look good? I look at the picture, I'll be like, let me get that right there. What is that? Is that steak? Yeah, let me get that. I'll be looking at the pictures. That's what I be doing. And then I read it later. I'll be like, what? Come on this again? Then I go back and try to read it. I'll be looking at the pictures. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay, so here go the earnings for this week. For anybody who care, we got, like I say, shout out to cousin who said that. Tesla. Who said Tesla? I be want to give people their credit now. I don't want to take people credit. 2K Crypto. What's up, 2K? When you pulled up in here? Sanjay, when you got up in here, Sanjay? Oh, Lord. Live over. The live over. Robinson Hill. That's it. We finna wrap it up, y'all. G Trades, what's happening? Reading is fundamental. You see what I'm saying? My sweetie read. Pictures. You feel me, Sonya? That's okay. That's where everybody get their pictures from. I appreciate y'all. Now I'm following what's that? Let's say 1022 breaker and 11.4 20 fair value gap, next target on the spot. Okay, G Trade said that's target on the spot. We gonna see what we see when we get into that right there. Matter of fact, I ain't nobody. I just been running my mouth to see if anybody was gonna click the button. That's what I just been sitting here running my mouth. G Trades, get off my screen. I've been running my mouth to see if anybody was gonna click the button and pull up and share what they gleaned from this, what they got from this, what they was looking at different from me. I just been waiting to see if anybody was gonna pull up, and y'all done hurt my feelings again. Y'all see I got a night. I shaved this morning. I even went in there and touched up my line. Y'all see how my line getting farther and farther back. I'm getting that old man. I'm starting to look like Robinson. My line getting farther and farther back. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. You can see it was down here. Right. Now, not that low, Tim. Get the hand off of that. It was down here and now it's up there. I'm starting to get that Robinson. It's getting farther and farther back. I ain't gonna be walking around here, you know what I'm saying, back here. If when it get right there, I'm cutting it all off. Golly, I can't do nothing looking in this thing. When it get right there, come on, get yourself together, Tim. Everything backwards on here. Like the left is the right and the right is the left. Anyway, if it go farther, I'm cutting it all off. Anyway, I was waiting for y'all to pull up, but y'all done hurt my feelings again. Don't nobody want to pull up and share. Don't nobody want to pull up and do class participation. Don't nobody want to pull up and ask nothing. I'm from the pout. Let's go over to the ES, and we're gonna go from scratch. We're gonna do it from scratch. And the reason why we're gonna do it from scratch is because if anybody that's tuning in for the first time or don't understand like ICT concepts, Father Legend say watching while working. Look here, this right here, this is what I'm talking about. You the real MVP, Father Legend. You the real MVP. Watching while working. I used to be sitting in my cubicle watching videos. Back then I used to be in like Jada Trader trade room, listening to them trade while I'm just listening. I got my phone on and I'm working at work and I'm just trying to understand the lingo they was talking. I used to be looking at ICT videos. No, I didn't know about ICT back then. I used to listen to like different. I used to listen to videos from like my financial advisor because he do the closing beat every day. I used to listen to like all kind of videos and courses that I was taking while sitting at work. You know what I'm saying? You the real MVP, Father Legends. You hear me? Just let your hairline go. Yo, man. But anyway, we're gonna do it together from scratch. So if anybody pulling up, for like the first time, don't understand ICT concepts, I primarily trade. That's all I trade. I ain't gonna say primarily. All I trade is ICT concepts, right? So looking at what we did. If you let's look at the SPY real quick before I go to the ES and we start from scratch, right? If you look at the SPY, if you notice where I got the range top and range bottom, right? Can anybody? I'm driving, Tim, and can't look at the charts. I would pull up. Well, first of all, cool it. Stop chatting and driving. Second of all, you know, when I was in the military, my drill sergeant told me, he asked me, he said, Private Rogers, do you know the maximum effective range of an excuse? I said, no, drill sergeant. He's like, well, since you don't know, get in the front lean and rest until I explain to you what's the maximum effective range of an excuse, right? And for background, anybody who don't know what the maximum effective range is, that's any kind of weapon you have to know the maximum effective range of it, meaning if I fire this weapon, what's the farthest away my target can be, and I hit it and still kill it, or hurt it and still kill it for my weapon to be effective. What's the maximum effective range, right? So you need to know, if I shoot this weapon, if I shoot this weapon in a maximum effective range is 500 meters and they're 600 meters away, I'm not going to do nothing but just give my position away and they're going to throw something over there and kill me. So you got to understand your maximum effective range. Now that you know that, now you're educated on that. He said, get in the front lean and rest. And if you don't know what the front lean and rest is, that's in the push-up position. Get in the front lean and rest till I explain it to you, private. right? So I'm down in the front leaning rest. He came back 5 minutes later when I'm wiggling and shaking, and he was like, do you know what the maximum effective range is? And I'm like, no, Drill Sergeant, you still haven't told me, Drill Sergeant. He said, Private, the maximum effective range of an excuse is half the distance from your lips to my ears, Private. So I can't hear it. I said all that to say, cool it. I can't hear it. You want to hear people with garbage cans? Yes, I do. All right, man. I done ran my mouth enough. Ain't nobody pulling up. Let's just go on ahead and get into it, man. So, looking at what I marked out on the spot, we got the range top, range bottom, and we got some different PD arrays, right? Now, let me break down why I marked this out as the range top and range bottom, right? Looking at where price is right now, right? Looking at where price is right now, right? What have we done? We traded down below what? This green candle right here on the monthly. This is the last green candle that we made on the monthly. And last month we traded down below it, right? Once we traded down through that green candle right there, that made, and we traded through it with some aggression. That means we had big money. We had institutional money, if you will. As I see like to call it, smart money, if you will. Pushed it down, right? Once we pushed it down, that right there made this qualified this down month, which was July, to be a monthly order block, right? If anybody who knows about ICT concepts, once we trade down past a monthly candle or any candle, once we trade down past a candle like this right here, the target is now you mark that as a range top or bottom. If you trade up past or down past, okay. If you're trading down past a green candle, mark it as your top. Up past a red candle, mark it as the bottom, right? So once we trade down past that, right, we mark that as the top of the range, and we look to the left, everything you own in the box to the left. We look to the left of this green candle for the last red candle that we have not messed with, and it's lower than this low or the high if it's a red candle, right? So we look to the left, keep look to the left, right? So we go to the left. The price is right here. So we look to the left. We see, I see a red candle there. Is that below? Nope. Red candle there. Is that below? Y'all got it, right? Oh, here go a red candle here. Is that below? Nope. Oh, here go a red candle here. Here. Oh, is that below? Let's see. There's the high. There's the low. Oh, that's below. That's the candle I'm looking for, boss. That's it right there. So, boom, you mark that. That's my range bottom. That's why I marked that as my range bottom. Range top, the candle that we traded down through, range bottom, right? So, boom, that's my range top. That's my range bottom, right? So now that we got our range, once we trade down through that candle, we wait for price to do what? We wait for price to trade back up into that candle right there. And then once it trades back up into it, then we look for it to come where? Back down to the bottom of the range. So what do? We trade it down past this candle, right? Closed, opened up the next month, went back up to where that candle, the top of our range, did it quite handsomely too, went barely into it, barely went above the line, right? Quite handsomely too, right? Personally, I be liking to see it get like 50% of the order block. But we didn't get 50% of the order block. We just got a little bit inside. You got to get 50%, but I just give it to 50%, right? ICT call that the mean threshold. That's the order block mean threshold, reverting to the mean, right? I give it to 50%. So once we hit that, we came back down with the algos, and where did we go? We came back down to, let's see how close we got to. We haven't got there yet, right? We came, get out the way thing so I can see. Uh-oh, not that. Let me put a line on the lower of that because I can't really see the bottom of that wick. Okay, boom. We came down to here. So we still haven't gotten back to the body, but we have got into the wick of this right here. Do we have to get to the body? No, we don't. Will we get to the body? I don't freaking know. But looking at how we closed on that week, right? This is the month. So this month ain't over. So we can't judge it off of the monthly candle. So that's why I picked that's the top and bottom of the range. For anybody who don't understand, that's the reason why that's the range, right? That's the reason why that's the range of my marketings, right? What's up, Kareem? What's happening? Appreciate you for pulling up. Okay, top and bottom of the range. Now, looking at the monthly candle, right? This month is not over, so we can't say, oh, that's as low as we gonna go for this month. We can't say that because this month ain't over yet. We don't know. Now, let's drop down to the weekly, right? Let me before I go, did I mark anything on the monthly? Yes, I did. I got a monthly order block, and my monthly order block is right here. And the reason why I marked that is because the body of these two down closed candles from get out of my way ad from September 2020 and October 2020, these two down candles right there, right? Well, actually, I ain't even gonna hold you. It's not even these two down candles, right? Like the way this is marked, and I'm like using these two down candles, like that's not 100% accurate, right? I be looking at these down closed candles right here. That's not accurate right there. It's actually this candle right there. That's the actual order block right there. Boom. So now I fixed that. That's the actual order block there. I just was looking at it and I just noticed that. I jollipies if I messed anybody up with that, but that's the actual order block right there. And so the reason why I said that is because it's like we coming up, right? We coming up, and then we can't. No, am I confusing myself? No, I'm not confusing myself. I'm not confusing myself because if we were coming down and we traded back up, it would be the candles at the bottom. Or is it this? Am I confusing myself? I might be confusing myself. Let me stop. I'm putting that back. I ain't messing with it because I don't want to confuse myself, right? So boom, I'm leaving that there. It's those candles right there. I'm overthinking it right now. Y'all leave me alone. Okay, so we came down. We got this order block right here. So we come down here. We got this the bottom right there. This right here is the order block. Yes, I'm just confusing myself. This is the order block right here. We came down because we came down to this area of support and took off once we broke through those candles. Now this right here is the bullish order block. Yes, so I'm just confusing myself. These candles right here that we broke through it, now that's a bullish order block. Just like when we broke through that green one, it was a bearish order block. Okay, so now ignore everything I said prior to right now. This is a bullish order block. The other one, when I said I moved that, that's wrong. Erase, delete all that from the record. Okay, now that we deleted that from the record, we came down to the monthly order block right there, and we turned back around. We also hit like some weekly stuff that we know of, but we got into this. We still have not hit the bottom. Well, we still haven't hit the mean threshold of this order block. But again, you see, when we came back up to the other one on the monthly level, we didn't hit the mean threshold of that order block. So we don't have, because this line where we marked it, that's actually like roughly the mean threshold of the entire order block. When we marked this candle here, when we came back on the monthly level, looking back on the monthly level from this green candle right here, how we traded up into it, the mean threshold would be pretty much, just say at the open of this candle right here. That's pretty much the mean threshold, looking from the top of that body to the bottom of that body. Boom. That's pretty much the mean threshold right there. We didn't get all the way back up there. Just like over here, from the top of this body to the lower of that body, it's all one consistent down move, and the mean threshold is roughly there. So that we don't have to get down there. Let me scoot this stuff over so we can see these wicks. I want to be able to see, like, I can't see them wicks, and that's driving me crazy. Okay, so, and that's the wick right there. All right, so now let's drop down to the weekly. Monthly order block right there. Monthly bullish order block right here. Right? So dropping down to a weekly. Booyah! Looking at the weekly, right? So on the weekly time frame, we tapped into this weekly fair value gap. Why are my boxes so far away now? We got this weekly fair value gap right there that we tapped into. Right? Boom. This the weekly fair value gap that we tapped into and we reversed. Right? We also had a weekly fair value gap that we pushed through over there. I already deleted that off. We had a previous high right there that we went through, deleted that off. You know what I'm saying? Everything, I deleted all that off already. The only thing that's still on there is this weekly fair value gap that we didn't get quite, we didn't get quite to the mean threshold. We didn't get to the mean threshold of this weekly fair value gap, but we hit the weekly fair value gap and we reversed, right? So we hit the weekly fair value gap in the discount and reversed. Remember that. So on the weekly level, now remember the monthly, I said, okay, the monthly is not over, right? The monthly is not over, but this week is over. So looking at how we closed on this week, right? Looking at how we closed on this week, we came down, like, you know what I'm saying? We coming down, right? We coming down, and looking at how we closed on this week, right? We hit this and we wicked back up, and we had a closure above this prior low right here. We had a closure above that prior low. We made that swing low right here. We got a swing low right here. We came down, we broke that low. We ran our liquidity. We broke that low, went through like a couple weekly things, then bounced off this weekly fair value gap and had a weekly closure above this weekly low. So now y'all know how I look at price action. When I see like a stop run like that right there, if we get a stop run, I'm looking for some type of, it can be a short-term reversal, it can be a long-term reversal, but I'm looking for, you know what I'm saying, the market saying, yeah, I want to go that way, but not quite yet. When we come down like this right here and we freeze like that right there, below, we close below that like that, that's the market saying, I want to go that way now. So what do? We came down, we reversed back to a PDA, and then we came down. These weekly candles, so you got to think about it, take time to move, right? So we came down, stopped, say, I want to go this way, came back up to the PDA, and then came back down, right? I want to go that way now. Okay, let's go get some liquidity and let's go down. Boom, right? So we came down, but we closed above the low, you know what I'm saying? Below the low, above the low that we broke. So I'm expecting some type of, you know what I'm saying, bounce. It can be like short term, it can be long term, but I'm expecting some type of bounce off this. But I do feel like, you know, we still haven't gotten all the way down to the bottom of the range line, or because this is equilibrium on the order block that we just touched. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like we can possibly come down there and get that, you know, even if it's, let's just say it's a bullish week, right? Even on a bullish week, y'all know I like for the market to come down and then go up. On a bearish week, I like for the market to go up and then come down, because I like to sell in a premium, buy in a discount. I don't want this to be a bullish week and take off to the upside and I'm trying to buy in the premium to keep going. I don't play the breakout. You know what I'm saying? I want to retrace back to the discount to buy. I want to go up to the premium to sell. That's just the way I do it. That's the way I choose to do it with the ICT teachings. Now, we bounced off that weekly order block, right? And we didn't get down to our range bottom at equilibrium on the monthly order block. We got a daily, a bullish fair value gap on the daily that we didn't get into. And then this other stuff is below the range, so I ain't even gonna talk about that right now. Drop down to a daily chart. Drop it down to a daily chart. Is it anything above the line that's in the daily chart? So this is the line. Yes, it is. We got a daily fair value gap that's above the line. So let's go over there to the other side on the day. Why are all my lines not lining up? What in the haberdashery hemoglobin going on out here? Okay. So as y'all see, we got a daily fair value gap between this calendar from November the 6th and November the 3rd. We got a daily fair value gap there. There's also a full gap contained in that daily fair value gap at the bottom. There's a huge volume imbalance that goes from roughly equilibrium of that fair value gap up to the top of the weekly fair value gap, close to it. There's a huge volume imbalance in there. It's a lot going on in this area. It's a lot to come get. That's why I say we still haven't gotten down to the equilibrium of this order block, but it's a lot going on inside that order block that I feel like, hey, we need to come get. We just stopped. We stopped like right up here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We came right here to this first weekly fair value gap that was in between these areas over here into this weekly fair value gap right there, and we reversed off of that. So, you know what I'm saying, came back to, and if you also notice, this right here is also what, can somebody put in the chat what this high is? This daily high right there. What is this daily high right there? I'll give you a clue. We made a high. We came down, made a low, right? We made a high. We came down, didn't break that low. And then we broke that high. What does that make that? Right there. Can somebody put it in the chat, please? Somebody. Don't hurt my feelings again. I know it's a 15-second delay, so we're going to count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, breaker, close, mitigation block. Mitigation block. Appreciate you, Sonya. Mitigation block. The difference, Sonya, the difference between the breaker and the mitigation block. Mitigation block, here to learn and share. The difference between the breaker and the mitigation block. This is how you remember it, right? The breaker breaks the low before it's traded through. That's why it's a breaker. That high breaks the low, and then you trade through it. And once you trade back through it, now it's a breaker. The mitigation block is a failure swing, right? So a failure swing, it fails to break the low and then swings up. Now this is a mitigation block because when you trade back to it, you're mitigating your loss that you took because you went short on this right here thinking we was going to run down, right? But it reversed on you, and now you're like, oh my God. And when you come back to this spot, they're mitigating their loss, right? So that's why ICT call it a mitigation block. When they come back there, they're mitigating their loss from it because this is where they went short at. Right. So the difference between that's how I learned to remember the breakers. This high breaks this low. When it break that low and you trade back through that high, that's a breaker. Right. And then you can go out there and do like Lex and PDub and count all them highs and lows and lows and highs and highs and lows and lows and highs. You got the 4, 3, 2, 1. You got a low. You make it a high. You got a high here. You got a high, a low, a higher high, and then this right here would be a lower low, right? I don't know how to count. I don't know how to count all that. I just look for the triangle shape. You see what I'm saying? You got the triangle shape. You come down on the triangle, you break the low, and then when you come back through, that's the breaker. If you don't break that low and you come back through, that's the mitigation block. That's how Lil Timmy Rogers remember it. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Sonya. You're very welcome here to learn and share. Now, for the rest of y'all that didn't participate, go click the like button. Hey, Okay, so we we got the daily fair value gap. We got a lot of work that we got to do. We came down into an old mitigation block, came down into a weekly fair value gap, came down into the top of a monthly order block. We came down into a lot of stuff right there, and we reversed, right? So now we're on daily candles. On daily candles, we're gonna get into the PD arrays and all that right there in a minute. I'm just breaking down where price is, where we at in price, right? So now on CPI day, y'all can see we came down and we hit all the stuff that we talked about, right? Everything we said we hit, and then we out. We took off and came up. We hit a weekly. We hit a weekly PD array in the discount, right? Because the range we were looking at was we came down, right? We had a break in market structure, right? We came down, had a break in market structure, traded up to there, came back down again, and we broke something else like on a weekly time frame or something, and we started reversing back up. So our range, we got a weekly high right here, and we had what our weekly low was right there where it says daily prior to CPI. This was our weekly low right here, right? So then when we on Wednesday, we Thursday, I'm sorry, on Thursday we gapped down, right? We gapped way down on Thursday, right? Running outside of our weekly range. What does that mean? We have taken external liquidity. We're outside of our box. We took external liquidity. Boom, took it in a big way. Came down, right? Broke through the daily low, got all the way down to a weekly PD array, which was a weekly. We ran through some weekly stuff, right? Right. So we turned around off of that weekly fair value gap, and we turned around and we came back up to, if you see right here, this right here was a daily fair value gap in the premium, right? So boom, we went to a week, we got a daily fair value gap right there, right? And that's a bearish fair value gap. Where's my negatives? Okay, so we got a negative. I'm gonna put it way like here. So we got a negative daily fair value gap right here. And if you don't understand that, on the 6th of October and the 10th of October, these two candles don't share price. So that area in between, right, that's a daily fair value gap. And if you notice, when we hit this weekly, oh yeah, and when I say discounted premium, because the range we're looking at, this was the top of our box because we broke structure and traded back up. Once we traded back up there, we started selling back down. So now this is the range we're looking at because we broke structure and went up and we started selling back down. So we're looking at this price range. This is what the algos are dealing in, right? Equilibrium for this area was right there, right? And so we gapped down into a deep discount. So we closed in the discount because we closed right there, right? This was our low, and we closed right there where that finger is, right? So we closed in the discount. The next day, we gapped down in an extreme discount, way down here. We sold all the way down overnight to the depths of Hades, right? So once we took out that low, that was our box bottom. When we take out our box bottom, what do we have to do? We shift our box because now the dealing range has expanded, right? The dealing range has expanded. Now equilibrium is right here. This is equilibrium right there, right? At that 363. We're just going to say 363, close enough for government work. 363.79. That's equilibrium, right? So we hit a discount weekly in the discount, right? A weekly PDA in the discount. And we came back up to what? A daily PD array in the premium. So we ran to the discount, moved up to the premium to a PD array one level down, right? So we hit a weekly, came up to a daily. Boom. That's done. It's taken care of as far as delivery on that move. If you was in that move, that's when you thinking, hey, it's time to shave, it's time to close it. This right here should have been your target. The daily, because you had the weekly. That was your target to the upside to the daily, right? Nobody expected that much going on in one day, but it happened, right? So now, when we opened up on Friday, right? What do? We're in the premium now, right? First thing we do, gap up mammy, go higher into the premium, right? We went higher into the premium and got up here and we stopped right here. There was, let's drop down to lower. I think it was like a that's a volume imbalance that we tapped into, but I think it was a 4-hour fair value gap. It was right here. This 4-hour fair value, I'm gonna use the same box right there. I'm gonna use the same box. I'm just gonna change it to the fair value gap. What did I move? Undo that. Why are you not locked? Why are you not locked? Okay, so boom. 4-hour fair value gap. I know I got a lot going on the screen. I jalapies for that. Matter of fact, move some of this stuff out the way so I ain't confusing nobody. Why does that say order block? Oh, I must have copied. I must have copied something. Yeah, I did, because that say order block and them fair value gaps. Volume and balance good. Okay. Just had to move some of that stuff out the way. So boom, right? When we opened up, we went up into, right, this 4-hour fair value gap, right? We came into this 4-hour fair value gap and we started to sell off. We selling down, baby, Yo Street and a Range Rover, right? Boom, boom, baby. You better let it go. And then we came back down to where? An hourly fair value gap right there, and we stopped. Right there in the discount. Right? We was in the premium, 4-hour fair value gap. Then we came down right here to an hourly fair value gap. Fair value gap. I don't have an hourly. So I'll just make it a different color real quick. Green. Right there. Green. Boom. Came down to an hourly fair value gap in the discount below the 50% line right there. And that's where we are in price right now. Move from premium to discount, premium to discount, premium to discount in beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fashion. Right now, that brings us to where we are now. Now, the active PDAs that I'm watching now, this is our weekly low. Down here, this line, this purple line at the bottom, that's our weekly low, what we made last week, right? We got it's an hourly fair value gap right here that I didn't mark out. Don't ask me why I didn't mark it out. Probably because it's an hourly. I only marked on the thing that I sent out. I only marked out the weekly, monthly, daily, and 4-hour PDAs on there because it's more. That's more so for like the swing trade in mind frame. That's why I didn't mark it out. Okay, so we have a previous daily low. This green line right here. That's let me say the numbers for the people who want the numbers. 348.11 is the weekly low from our dealing range that we dealing with. Why is this? Let me check that. I'm trying to figure out why the 4-hour high is higher than that weekly high. I need to check that, see what goes on with that, because I might have moved something around. And nope, that is correct. That is correct. That's this week's high. Oh, well, last week's high. Last week's high. That's last week's high right there. Okay. Okay, so that I'm good on that. That's last week's high. The week before that is the old one that we was looking at, right? That's the old week's high is external liquidity now. It's external liquidity now. Because can anybody explain why this? Can anybody explain why this? What's up, Zay? What's up, Kashaya? Kashaya, I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays. What's good with you? Bob's your uncle. What's up, Zay? Appreciate you for tapping in. Can anybody explain why this weekly high up here at 379.46, I'm considering that external liquidity now? Why is that no longer the top of my box right now? It's not out of play, but just as of this moment, this is not the top of my box. Can anybody explain why this is no longer the top of my box? 15-second delay. Nothing. Again, my heart is breaking over here. Because it's outside of the weekly candle. Oh my God, Zay, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Zay. Is it because we have a lower high? Sorta. Now, to Zay's point, it's sorta, and to Here to Learn and Share point, it's sorta, right? I don't care about intermediate highs. That's true too. It's an intermediate high. That's true too. But I don't care about that intermediate highs, short-term highs, long that make it too complicated for me. So I don't talk about those. That's all ICT lingo. But that's too complicated for me. It put too much in the soup. I don't like that much in my soup. I don't like a whole lot. I like stuff in my soup, but not that much in my soup. Right? So, like Zay was saying, it's outside the weekly candle. Yes. Here to Learn and Share. Because we made a lower high. Yes, that's all of that. All of that is yes, right? But the last piece to the puzzle between what Zay saying is outside the weekly high and Here to Learn and Share saying we made a lower high, right? Also let's say also that's not OCT monthly high. October. That's not my October monthly high. Yeah, all of that. The last piece of the puzzle, the reason why this is now, that's no longer the top of the box, is because if you look right over here, right, during this day right here, this day right there, we broke structure. Well, we broke structure over here, really. We broke structure over here, right? Once we broke structure over there and started to reverse, right, we made a lower high. It don't matter if we made a lower high or a higher high. It don't matter if it was lower or higher. We made a new high after breaking structure, right? So we made a new high after breaking structure, right? So now that's the new top of the box because this was the dealing range we was dealing with coming down, right? We coming down, and then once we broke structure and then reversed, right? This dealing range has switched over to this dealing range over here now. You see what I'm saying? We was coming down, we broke structure, and then we reversed up. So now we have left this dealing range and went into this one, right? We're in this dealing range now, right? And so once we came up, but I say this is still here because once we came back up into the premium of this dealing range, we started to sell back down. You see what I'm saying? So now we came down, we reversed, and we started coming back down. So now this is the top and this is the bottom. This is the range you're looking at now because it's like we have broken structure over here and we started a new leg. Right now that we started that new leg, the bottom of this leg is down here, right? And the top of this leg is up here. So until we complete our business on this and start to go back up, we ain't worried about this high no more. And then to Zay's point, this is our weekly high. We're starting a new week. The first thing you want to look at as an upside target is the previous week's high when you're starting a new week. So boom, that's the top of your box. If you don't want to even get into the ICT stuff, when you start a new week, your first upside target should be last week's high. That's your upside target, right? If you're above last week's low, your downside target should be last week's low. You see what I'm saying? It just so happens that this time it worked out to be last week's high and last week's low, and it lined up with breaking structure and setting a lower high. It all just had all the different theories lined up at the same time now. So it don't matter how you look at the picture, it's still Mona Lisa. And they say she was a man. Them just jokes. I don't know if that's true. Okay, so that's why this is the box top and this is the box bottom, right? So everything above this is external liquidity, right? Everything above this is external liquidity. Everything below this purple line down here at 348.11 is external liquidity. Everything above 370 26 is external liquidity, right? Internal liquidity that I marked out was we got a previous low, because you know PD. Let's mark our equilibrium, right? So for the dealing range that we're looking at, I can't get it to get on there, so I'm just gonna use that candle's high since I can't get it perfectly on there. Let's go to the week so I can do it right. Let's go to the week so I can do it right. Boom. Put it on the weekly candle. Okay. Now let me go back down to the daily. All right. Equilibrium is 359.19. Give me a line. 359.19. 359.19 is equilibrium for the dealing range that we're looking at right now. Right? Range equilibrium. Let me move that over to tomorrow. Okay. Get out of here, Phil. Don't need you no more. Get off my screen. Okay. Let's go back down to the 4-hour candles because them daily candles making it too big and I want to be able to see more candles. Okay. So now let's make it bigger because we don't need to see all that other junk. That's why we got our PDAs marked out so we can keep ourselves in check, right? So we've come up and then we closed the week down here. We hit an hourly fair value gap after we hit this 4-hour premium, came down to an hourly discount right there, came below. So now we're in a discount for this week's PDA and we're in a discount for our old dealing range. I said PDA. We're in a discount for our new dealing range right there. This is equilibrium. Let me make that, let me make that fatter so y'all can see that a little bit better on y'all screen, right? I'm gonna make it 4 points. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna take it out a little bit so you can see it. Take it over a little bit like that. Okay. All the way over to there. So that's the equilibrium line, right? Premium, discount. Premium, discount, right? So we came down, we hit like an hourly fair value gap, and also look what we hit right here. We hit a daily, and we came into a 4-hour. Or we almost blew through that 4-hour order block, and we almost blew through that daily too. But we came down roughly around equilibrium, just below equilibrium on the daily. Right, so at the noon count, then this right here is the end of the day. So we came down to roughly equilibrium, push back up inside this order block. So now we hit a daily and a 4-hour order block right here, right? This bullish order block that I got marked out. That's why I put in here, hit this daily order block on 1014. So we hit this order block on 1014. It's a daily order block in the discount, right? So the reason why I made that note, hit this daily order block on 1014, right? Because when we hit a daily order block in the discount, right? What's the first thing we looking for to go back to in the premium? If we bounce off of it, we'll be looking for one level down, a premium PDA. And what's one level down in the premium? Ding, 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 ding. You're right, Michelle Tucker. I heard you say it. There's a 4-hour fair value gap in the premium of this dealing range right here, right? in the premium of this dealing range right here. If we bounce off this daily, I made this note, hit this daily order block on Friday, right? If we bounce off this daily, the first spot I'm looking for to attack is this 4-hour fair value gap, right? If you hit that 4-hour fair value gap in the premium, now, you know what I'm saying, I want it to be a bullish week, right? So hopefully Sunday night and Monday and into London, hopefully we hit this and sell down and revisit this super long wick right here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I feel about when we make these stupid long wicks. We make these crazy long wicks. I feel like we need to go on down and revisit that, right? So come on down and revisit this week. Maybe even take out, this wick, maybe even take out this external liquidity, right? And then start the bullish week so we can push up and start taking care of some of this liquidity that we've been leaving behind. Look at all this stuff, all these fair value gaps. You know what I'm saying? We got a weekly fair value gap up here. We got these 4-hour highs we left. We got a weekly high there. We got a lot of liquidity that we leaving back here. And we got a lot of downside work that we need to take care of. You see what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and take care of it now. Let's come get this now. And let's go ahead and, you know, have us a nice little rally for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? Because October almost over. I really don't want to make the rally start right here. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want the rally to start right here where we at, because the NQ got too much downside work to do for us to, you know what I'm saying, start moving back up and just, you know what I'm saying, move too far away from this right here. That's just gonna create another reason to drop. Right now that we done looked at why I marked all that and what I did, let's look at real quick. Let's look at our look back. Let's look at our look back and see what goes on there. Right. So we're gonna put the look back on where we closed at, which was the 14th, right? So now looking at the 14th, from the 14th, and we're looking back 24 to 60. Let me hide everything else. Man, all of that should be inside that folder. Okay, so let's look back. Let me calibrate this real quick. Hey, why y'all ain't on there? Gotta get these lined up right. Okay, there you go. I had to get that lined up. It wasn't in the center of my line. So put it on the last day we closed. And so the highest high in the 20 days is there. That's the highest high 20 days back. 20, undo 20. Come on, 20, let go. Okay, highest high 40 days back. There. Then highest high 60 days back. There. Okay, now we got our look back calibrated. Okay, now that our look back is calibrated, right? So the highest high 20 days back, right? So the highest high 20 days back. So moving from 20 to 40 days out, right? We can, now that we've attacked this sell side liquidity, right? We've attacked a major level of liquidity and moved up off of it most rapido, right? Most rapido, came back down into an order block. So we came down, pushed up, making this an order block. We traded up through it, right? And then we came down most rapido, right? So on a daily level, right? So on a daily level, we've traded through this candle right here, right? So let's peep it. Let's look at it on a daily level. right? We traded through that candle there, right? Making it an order block, right? Go to the left, find the first green candle that's higher than this high with a low that's higher than that high, right? Boom, right there. That's the range we looking at for the upside because we just traded through this right here, right? So we wait for it to come back to that candle, which we did, right? So boom, we came back to that candle, right? So now we can at least expect it to come to that candle right there. Boom. We almost hit it in one day. It'll be coming up, and we almost hit it. So we can expect it to hit there, right? And then that's the first high within the 20 days. So after we take out that high, right, this is the highest high. So between 20 and 40 days, we can expect to take that for the algos to attack that high because we just took out major sell side liquidity. So within 20 to 40 days, we can expect the algos to take out this high, right? And within 40 to 60 days, we can expect the algos to attack this high and attack that high, right? Up to what's that? January, right? Up to January. But so between January now and January, we can expect the algos to attack, you know what I'm saying, these highs up here at 40.20 if the algos play out like algos do. That's just, you know what I'm saying, that our look back thing, our look back, our transition, you know what I'm saying, the trading range. So looking at the trading range, you know what I'm saying, that's our look back. If now they don't have to get up there. You see what I'm saying? We can come up here, take out this high, get into this, you know what I'm saying, this Mila area right here, maybe even take this high, but get into this Mila area up there and then sell off down, baby, your street in the Range Rover. It can, you know what I'm saying, it can get above this high and sell off down, baby, your street in the Range Rover. But that's just the stuff you want to keep on your on your radar, and you don't never want to just, you know what I'm saying, you don't never want to just jump in and be like, oh, Tim said we're going to do this. No, you want to trade what you see. You know what I'm saying? You want to be aware of what's going on and trade what you see. Watch how the market moves. Think about seasonal tendencies. Think about what's coming up. Think about, you know what I'm saying? Just think about like GDP. GDP is coming up. Think about like the GDP numbers that we're going to be getting soon. The numbers we're going to be getting is for what was going on in the country back in what is these going to be? What, July? We get the numbers for July, right? July, August, September. Yeah, because we get September numbers in December, August numbers in November, July numbers in October. Yeah, so we getting GDP numbers for what was going on in the country in July. Can you remember back that far? I can't. I've been keeping a mental note that mid-September, gas went up again. You know what I'm saying? From like mid-August until matter of fact, I shot Zay a text. I want to say it was like August sometime. And I was like, bruh, gas done got down under $3 in Columbus, Georgia. Let me see, Zay. Let me see when I sent him that text. That's a video. Man, I text Zay a lot. I gotta stop texting you so much. I can't find what I'm looking for. Man, I'm still scrolling. Look at this, man. I'm scrolling forever. I'm trying to see when that was I text him. Oh, you know what I can do? I can look at all information, video. Hey, you said July? Mid-July. Yeah, mid-July. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? The stuff was low. So are the GDP numbers gonna be good and give us a little boost up? I don't know. But thinking back to that time, the prices were dropping. So now that the prices seem to be going up, thinking out to December, are we going to really get a Santa rally if the numbers be too high? This just kind of stuff I like to keep on my radar. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed in mid-August up until now, because the gas was like $2.89 for 87 from like mid-August up until like the middle toward the end of September, right? Around the middle to the end of September, and then it jumped up over $3. like right at the end of September. It jumped up over $3. And it's what, and then over the last week, it went up another like 20 cents. Cause I think it's like at some places it's 3.15, some places it's 3.31, but it was like 2.89 for like a whole month. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of stuff I like to keep on my radar, man, outside of just the technical algo stuff. I know the algo is going to use the news, but I try to prep my mind for what's going on in the world, and then I can anticipate what the algo is going to do based off of what I think the news is going to be. And then I look at the chart and be like, okay, we're in a discount, and there's a premium PDA right here, or we're in a premium and there's a discount. Okay, I feel like the market is going to drop, right? But we're in a discount. So that means we're going to attack a premium PDA and then sell off. Or I think the market going to bounce, but we're in a premium. That means we're going to attack a discount PDA and then take off. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of stuff I'll be trying to stay mindful of and watching and tying it together with the economic data. Because that's why I look at Econo Day every day and be like, hey, what we got coming up on the chart, on the calendar, so that we can try to plan what's going on. Just like right now, we're in a discount, right? We're in a discount right now. Will we take off and hit that? We hit a daily order block. So now I'm watching. Will we take off? We're in a this is what I'm watching right now for Sunday and Monday, right? Oh, I turned my stuff off. I'm like, where's my stuff? Right? So let me blow this up, make this big so everybody can see it. Stop shrinking on me. Pause. Okay. Right, we closed here. We're in a discount on this portion of our range, right? We're in a discount on this portion of our range right here. Boom, we're in a discount, right? We're also in a discount on the old portion. If you still want to look from there, we're in a discount. Either way you go, we're in a discount, right? Just depending on your time horizon that you're watching, right? We're in a discount. So now, if we anticipate, so we came up and we got a closure above that previous week's low. We got a closure above that. So if you're in the mind frame of the week is going to be bullish, right? So where's price now? Price is in the discount, right? Okay, we hit a daily discount PDA, right? If we expect price to go up for the week, right, we want it to attack sell side first. So since we're already in the discount, the market can just slide down and attack sell side, right? Or it can bounce up, right? We hit a daily PDA in the discount. We could bounce up to this 4 hour, right? Don't let that scare you and shake you out. The fact that, oh man, I thought it was going to be bearish. We just attacking this 4 hour and then we're reversing and coming down. If we just slide down and attack this sell side, you know what I'm saying? So be it. But if we start to bounce up and then slide down and attack it, so be it. Just trade what you see. Because if you day trading, there's a setup to come to this premium and sell back down to the discount. If you day trading, it's a setup to come deeper in the discount to buy back up to a premium. If you're swing trading, you don't want to jump in Monday morning. You want the week to show you what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? You want the week to show you what it's going to do. You don't want to, like, Monday morning, it take off and you bullish on the week and like, oh, I'm missing it. And then start buying calls and then it turn around and you get clippity clapped. You know what I'm saying? Or it sell off Monday immediately and you be like, oh man, it's going down. And you start buying puts and then we just take out this sell side and take off and you get clippity clapped. You know what I'm saying? Let the market show you what it want to do and then make your move if you're a swing trader. Don't get out there trying to make day trade entries for your swing trades. Let the market show you what it's going to do in accordance with the price action and the economic data. And with that, I yield my time because I'm thirsty. Get off my live. I'm gone. Man, I don't play with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Zay, What in the dissertation did you put in this chat? Also, mid-July, people was feeling kind of good because the market started rallying and we was coming into August hot. Coming in hot, 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 coming in hot. Who know about the rag top? Rag top. Rag top. Who know about the rag top? Don't none of y'all Zay, with these big long I ain't reading no more after this, Zay. You typing too much. Mid-July, I would say rent. We're probably still offering summer deals. Food. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Rent was the reason why this CPI numbers was so high. Well, I ain't gonna say the only reason, but rent was the main reason why the CPI numbers that we got last week. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I took a deep dive into it. I got that information from Dustin. It's like, cause he go through and he break and just look to see what's going on with all the numbers. You know, you can go into the CPI data and see like Hershey Kisses cost more money, rent is up, rent is down, all of that. And he was like the man, and used cars, new cars, all that stuff. You can break it down. And he said that rent. Huh? Oh, I got one right here. Thank you. Thank you. My wife's so sweet. Look at her. No, I'm good. Cause I'm fun to go through this. But he said rent. And it's crazy as they said that about rent. He said rent was the main reason why this CPI numbers was hot. Coming in hot, 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 hot. Hey, what am I Which, oh, Mona Lisa's the man. I was y'all looking at what y'all. School and work got me busy. That's all right. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing. It ain't you see, shout out Kashaya, Father of Legends. Get off the podium. Kashaya is the new real MVP. Father of Legends, use the MVP at the beginning. No, don't get back up here. Stay off the podium. Kashaya is the new MVP because people get it twisted. They think it's a sprint. This is a marathon, not a sprint. You handling school or university or whatever y'all call it up there. You work, you working, you going to school. You got your dad looking at it. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? You young, you got plenty of time. You soaking up all this game. You leaps and bounds ahead of everybody, right? Like my little nephew, my homeboy, not my blood nephew, but my little nephew, you know what I'm saying? He just graduated high school 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? He hooked on trading Forex, thinking he's going to be a millionaire in 6 months because people done hit him with the woolly cloth of these charts. If you do this, you do this, you do these little spreadsheets. You know what I'm saying? Then he come to find out, hey, man, you got to do this thing slow. You got to work, make your money, put your money in the market, let your money work for you, learn how to do it, learn a skill, you know what I'm saying? Let your money, and then start trying to day trade because this market will beat you up. You trying to go from being at Tupelo Middle School and get out here on the field with the what you call the ones when they have the all-star games in the NFL that everybody have on their own helmets. You trying to get out there with the NFL all-stars and you just got on Tupelo Middle. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You crawl into this thing. So shout out Kashaya, man. Kashaya doing school, university, or whatever y'all call it up there, working and tapping in and taking notes. You see the taking note hand? That's taking notes, man. You the real MVP, Kashaya. No, Father Legends, you can't get back on the stage. Get that, sit down. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. If ain't nobody got nothing, my mama say best daughter-in-law ever. You hear me? If ain't nobody else got anything, man, I'm gonna call it. Salute everybody that's on here, man. We've been on here an hour and 24 minutes. It's Sunday evening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you came on here to listen to this little dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, talk about Spyleen. I appreciate that, man. If y'all don't know the homie Zay, if y'all ain't tapped in with the homie Zay, he right now he doing his live. He be doing live. He do pop-up lives on the weekend. I think it's page private, so you got to be following to check into it. He say he eventually gonna move back over to YouTube. He got a YouTube page now. You know what I'm saying? It's still like the old information that's on there, you can still go learn from it because like the way he break it down, it's still good information. If you want to go look at his old videos, but he gonna start doing, you know, he said he gonna start doing the YouTube page again. So it's another avenue of getting good information. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He my dude for real with his old light skinned it behind. You know what I'm saying? He gonna argue with you and overtalk you, but I love it because hey, I go blow to blow with the best arguers in the world, baby. But yeah, man, it's all about surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Don't be around a bunch of yes men. You know what I'm saying? If everybody in the meeting on one accord, y'all ain't gonna do nothing productive in there. It take a difference of opinion to make a business grow. It take a difference of opinion to test your strategy. It take a difference of opinion to push you farther in anything that you're doing. If you haven't bumped into the devil lately, y'all walking in the same direction. You feel me? You feel me? Hey man, take it. Oh, hold up. What's
Legend said salute to Kashaya.
Oh yeah, Father Legend says salute Kashaya, salute. Hey, Zay said no yes men. Hey man, look here man. They just buried my sister-in-law the other day. I always keep telling y'all, man, take advantage of the time you got right now. Tell somebody that you love them right now. Take advantage of it. I just had the conversation with my boys today. I said, man, I understand y'all young and I try to show y'all by examples, but sometimes I got to stop and talk to you as young men and just tell it to you raw. Look out for your mama. You know what I'm saying? I say your mama worked long days, long nights, and when she come in, y'all still back there on y'all computers making beats and playing games online with your friends. Take care of your mama. Stop and ask your mama, hey, mama, you want me to take you out? I say, how many times y'all ever seen my mama call me and ask me to take her out? I'm constantly saying, hey, baby, you want to do lunch? Hey, mom, I'm fun to come over there and do lunch with you. Hey, I can't go with you. Here goes some change. Go get you some lunch. Go to a house. Every time I go to a house, I get the trash and take it out with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, take care of your mama. Then my wife went into telling them about how that's one of the reasons that sealed the deal with her because the way I took care of my mama. You know what I'm saying? And then, so it's like, take advantage, man. I tell them, take advantage of your time while you got it right now. Because one day you're going to be too cool for school and you ain't going to want to hang out with your parents. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of it right now. You feel me? Like I say, I talked to my niece today on FaceTime on the call, you know what I'm saying? And I know she was venting out of frustration because she just buried her mama, but it's like she venting and she trying to figure out a way to let this stuff out and let these emotions go. Because when they gone, man, they gone. You can yell loud as you want at the sky. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna bring them back, man. So take advantage right now. Tell somebody you love that you love them, man. If you got grown kids, call them. Text them. If they don't pick up the phone when you call, text them. Say, call me back. Call mama back. I love you. Call daddy back. I love you. Your kids in the house with you. Tell them that you love them. My youngest son, Chris, oh my God, he's a hugger. I'm not a hugger, but he's a hugger. But I let him hug me. It drives me crazy, but I let him hug me. He's a freaking hugger. He get it from his mama. My oldest one, he a hugger too, but he try to act cool like he's not a hugger. You know what I'm saying? But I try to speak their love language. Anyway, man, like I'm saying, man, take advantage. Tell somebody you love them today while you can, because ain't nobody promised tomorrow, man. Just like that family, that young man that go to that high school, come back from the football game, he lost his entire family the other night. His mama, his daddy, and his 10-year-old sister. Ain't nobody promised tomorrow, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. I'm going to see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the overnight price action. Yo! Until then, man, give yourself a brain break. Go hang out with your family, man. And I'll see y'all in the morning, man. Gone.